Fundamentally, no. But it brought with it something that did mess with the gameplay. But we'll get more into that a little bit later, as today my main focus is to summarise Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Monster Hunter World was part of my backlog, and along with it comes its DLC. So upon completion of the main game, we moved straight on to this. So, imagine this. A bunch of monsters are flying away to we don't know where. Take a big old ship over, and what does it turn out? That there's a whole new continent. Except this one is covered in frost. So our main mission is to investigate and find out what is making the monsters come over to this ice world. And the first step of that is killing a big fish, followed by a big old reindeer. Okay, I know he's not actually a reindeer, but he's got the antlers, so leave me alone. Followed by a disgusting orange evil thing. But now, it's time for a little complaint. Here's a montage of the missions being completed. Problem 1. The difficulty spike. This thing has poison and super swift attacks, but luckily was an expedition, so didn't have a failure condition, which meant I could die as many times as I needed to, and still eventually kill it. But here comes a big issue. When Iceborne released, the Defender armor was added to the main game, and is offered to you as soon as you start. This armor was made to make sure that people who bought the game just for Iceborne, had bought it on new platforms where it wasn't previously available, could speed through the main game and get to the expansion quick. Problem being, if you're a new player who's just come in, that messes with the entire progression of the game. Monster Hunter is a game of grinding. You are meant to kill a monster for the first time, and go back and kill it a few more times, so that you have the materials to upgrade your armor and your weapons enough to kill the next thing. When you are handed the Defender items, you can progress really quickly through the main game, and it means that when you eventually get to the expansion and hit roadblocks where you are now expected to grind to beat them, it makes it feel unfair and attacking on you for expecting something of you that the main game didn't. You've become conditioned throughout the entire main game that you should be able to just get through and progress, but Iceborne slaps you in the face by actually teaching you what Monster Hunter is, except it's not taught because it thinks that you know this, so it's just a brick wall. Of course, this is a problem on the player front, but it is also deceiving from the game post Iceborne, and this will be evident later. But for now, my hunts were all successful, although they did take about half an hour. Or way fucking more, never mind. Oh, lore update. They find this old boat with a little note that suggests that the reason the monsters were coming over here is due to some sort of song, and Tracker finds this dumb little crystal, which Handler also seems to have a copy of from her grandfather. She then decides to go and follow the Tracker to discover more about it, and leaves. Thank God! She even gets replaced by the serious Handler, who is so much better. But let's continue. First up to die is this giant bat thing, followed by a big T-Rex made of rocks who has a fire sword for a tail. Now this guy was a massive roadblock, but I still refused to grind. Now around this point is when I really started locking into the battle mechanics, and by that I mean cooking food before each attempt to up my stats. But it also meant utilising the new clutch claw, where you attach to a monster and attack it to weaken the body part that you latch onto and do extra damage. After quite a while though, I did get rid of the big fire T-Rex, and then sent to attack a Brachydios, which is this other biped who just has these weird sticky bombs on his arms made of goo. And he was very easy, only to be attacked by a monster from the mission name Absolute Power. This ginormous, super strength, winged dragon T-Rex thing. Look, he just stops this thing that's like just grabbing a saw blade and letting it stop. He is meant to be extremely hard, but I didn't think he was that bad, at least not after a while. Woo!
Hello! Dude, you're going to die. It is, this is the end for you, friend. There we go!
Right, lore update again. They think they've discovered the cause. A new Elder Dragon, never before seen, made of ice. This is Valkana, and thank God I didn't have to kill her yet, because for this mission, all I have to do is slap her for 10 minutes until she runs away. Not before she gets like a mega buff though, but more on her later. And after this, a mysterious song is heard by the tracker.
I'm sipping on promethazine. I can't
It's
put
not
down
very
the
good,
gun.
then what is
The
it?
song.
The next portion of the game is full of subspecies, which are just variants of previously fought monsters. For example, a Legiana that likes to scream a bit more.
The Legiana, he's throwing him? How are you throwing the barrier?
Dead. A T-Rex, but he's got lightning now. Dead. An Odageron lizard puppy thing, but he does dragon or something, I don't know. Dead. And Sword T-Rex, but he's acid now. Dead. And now Volcana is attacking our base in the ice place. So we have to put up a giant fence and just attack her until she breaks through the fence, where we can shoot her with a giant dragon-killing needle. That doesn't kill her. So you know what they do? Send me off to do it. The music slaps though, so it's fine. I'll put it on in the background. Which results in, quite possibly, the biggest skill issue known to man. I struggled, and I fought this thing for hours and hours and kept dying and kept running out of time. That was my main problem. In all honesty, her attacks aren't too difficult to dodge, but the time limit hits you. When you're unprepared, you can't tank as many hits, which means you're healing more, which means, whoopee-doo, you're taking a lot of valuable time to do said heal. Which means even if the only two things you do are attack and heal, all that healing time is taking detrimentally from your attack time. And when you're unprepared and you don't have the correct boosts, like I was, you end up stuck on a boss for 5 hours. But through enough trial and error, I was able to basically master it. Obviously that's an exaggeration, but I did kill her, going through all the beautiful scenery. Look at this damn cave. And it only took 43 minutes. There we go. Oh my god. We now learn that the song is caused by something called the Old Everworm, and also that our best friend Nergigante has been showing up. And the next monster, the Seething Betelgeuse, was also barely killable in time. In fact, it was even an expedition, so I'm pretty sure I went over the time limit. But the next monster, both he and the next monster are discovered via expeditions and investigations. And I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate this fucking stupid monster. Balhazark was an easy fucking fight in the original game, but this bastard ruins all of that. Not only does he do mega damage, and has beams that also do mega damage, but remember the effect from the last one where he could half your health? Yeah, amplify that by 10,000 because he's covered in mold spores, and he likes to burst them all over the place and put a constant cloud of it around. Stop popping your pimples in my face, you fucking freak. Putting toxic fumes in the air that chip away at your health at the same time as halving it, along with having the health of a bloody island. He is the reason that I had to grind, for better or for worse. This guy made me so damn angry that I threw away my entire previous philosophy and spent hours to get armor that was specifically good against him and a weapon of which element he was weak to. Literal hours. There is 3 streams worth, and oh, his death felt so good. Yes! Oh my god, we finally did it! Oh my god, that took like 5 hours of grinding to get the materials and he died. And his bullshittery was even amplified that the next monster, Namiel, a slimy water elder dragon that was also never before seen, was piss easy! But it's nearly over. We connect the dots to find the location of the old Everworm, but nothing like guess who to fuck everything up. Gigante, we still have beef. And he does tons of damage still. So after getting justice for my original encounter and beating the shit out of him, the entire mountain begins to shift, and I'm attacked by a giant living rock. Make sure to tenderize the rock and make sure you shoot it in the head to send it flying towards walls, because only then will it shed its skin into this disgusting, beautiful lotus flower based freak of a monster with giant hands that shoot air beams scrape the ground and create quicksand holes. It also has the health of 2 islands. Also, check this out, when you get halfway through, his eyes open and they track the camera, and it's horrifying, but I love it. I love the design, I love the atmosphere, I love the song, but god damn, is it kind of tedious. I enjoy his attacks, I enjoy this entire fight, apart from the fact that it has to be the entire fight, because if you fail, then you have to spend another hour to get to where you were. Even after clearing the first phase in 5 minutes, it still took 40 more to take him down. Yes! Oh my god! That's it, that's done, we did it. Game over. Shara Ishvalda, get out. And even when I do take him down, he gets up again, and Nergigante, who I just killed, gets up again to kill him. You get some celebratory stuff and some sappy shit about, oh, it turns out Nergigante was the hero all along. He's here to stop things getting too powerful. Shut up! This is where I took all of my late game equipment and soloed the original Nergigante fight in 7 minutes to avenge myself. But that's it. That's Monster Hunter World Iceborne, the full expansion summarized. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you didn't, subscribe anyway. And I'll see you all round. Subscribe, please. I forgot to say it during the video.